Good evening, everyone. My name is Juliet, also known as Crypto Queen. So today I welcome each and every one of us to today's webinar, sponsored by the Digital World Academy and Crypto Queen Academy. So, like we know, the purpose of this academy is to help those individuals who are interested in learning trading values or digital marketing values. So far, so good. It's been an awesome experience in both academy. So one thing I'm promising everyone who made it a priority to be part of any of our Zoom is that before this year runs out, you are going to be able to gain value that will help you be able to make passive income independently without leveraging on anyone's help. So just for example, I was not in the market. I've been quite engaged. So I just entered the market and saw, because I'm always interested in top gainers, because it's easier to short and get it right most times than to long. Just that I went to top gainers. I saw that Jasmine has gained a resistance. But you know, that's a very, very volatile coin. These days, I've been trading on swing trade. I've been a swing trader. When I open a trade, I just leave it for some days. I'll come back and check it. So just like that, I saw Jasmine at a resistance level because I understand at this point is resisted. So two things are involved. Either it's going to start retracing from there or it will break the resistance. So, and I already know that it's in top gainers. So for it to be in top gainers, it has nothing within the space of 2 days going to leave that top gainers. And leaving that top gainer is for futures trader to take advantage of it. So you can imagine if I have no idea, just quickly, because I always like to have a reserved USDT in my Binance. I just went to Binance and open a short trade and leave it there. I didn't even set my take profit because since I'm a swing trader, I normally set my take profit after some time, only for me to go back. Jasmine has given me now currently 13%, just like that. I mean, I didn't do any analysis, just for me to look at the chart and see that it has gained a resistance. So a whole lot of people here may not value this knowledge, but I can assure you that if you follow this class, if you follow it from the beginning to the end, as we are starting, it might be like we're telling stories. But the reason we want to walk you through all this necessary or all the information and knowledge, everything relating to crypto. The reason we want to walk you through is so that in case you are out of this academy, you will be able to understand. We want you to understand deep background knowledge about what we are teaching you guys. So by next week, we will be entering into the major, what will determine your success as a trader, which is technical analysis, which is the part of the knowledge that helped me to know that Jasmine has gained a result. So do not take this class, for granted. Like I said, if you live outside these two academy, what we're doing is just is a sacrifice to humanity. If you go outside this academy, by the time we start our technical analysis, you affirm that if you go outside this academy, you are going to pay heavily to be able to gain this value. So without wasting much of our time, today we are going to continue part of technical fundamental analysis part 2. Then after which will be anchored by our very own person, Newton. So after which I'm going to walk us through some areas in Binance. There are some things also most of the traders do not know. I'm going to show us one or two things for those that are new and maybe those that are old too that want to stay by. I'm going to show us one or two, maybe walk us around Binance interface for those who are new in Binance, so that we'll be familiar with it. When we start trading, we will know what each part stands for. So these are the two things we're going to handle today. By next week, we will try not to overwhelm our class in any of our class. So by next week, we are going to focus or concentrate on technical analysis. Technical analysis is going to take us a very long time. So like, I don't forget those who are new. First of all, I need to know, I don't know if I'm being heard. If everyone can hear me, I can hear you in the chat box. Please, if you can hear me. Then moving on, I want to welcome everyone who is being part of our class for the first time. We didn't forget you. We welcome you. We especially welcome you. We have done one or two things about crypto this year. Okay, you might also need to visit our YouTube channel to gain more value for the ones we have done that you missed. So just try as much as possible. One thing I'm going to tell us, try as much as possible not to miss any of our class. There's somebody, I'm just going to mention his name. He's not the only person that has been consistent with this class. I don't know, I keep seeing his name, Justice. Each time that we schedule a Zoom, he's always part of this Zoom. So this kind of person, believe me, if he follows this class from beginning to the end, he will be able to, by fourth quarter or by mid-quarter this year, I mean, such person who have this zeal and passion to learn can be able to go to Binance at any time and pick a trade and make success with that trade. So today, I just want us to pay attention and get values. The need for fundamental analysis that is very, very is a vital or is a very important role in crypto, because fundamental analysis is what controls the market, especially crypto markets. Is not technical. So you need to pay attention to information, just like what happened to Forex, the entire market over the weekend. So if people that are trapped in trade have information, they won't be trapped in trade. So stay tuned while I hand over to our own very person Newton to walk us through the remaining part of fundamental analysis. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Juliet, for that rundown. Good evening once again, guys, and it's a privilege for me to be here tonight. We have a lot on fundamentals to cover, but I'll be very, very, very fast because I have a lot to show you guys, but then I might not be able to cover all of it, all of the details. So I'll be dropping the links to most of the sites that I found very useful. But the essence of this class is for you to be able to do your own research, know how to do your own research, know how to go about the whole thing, know which of the buttons you need to press so you can always stay informed. Because as it is, we all know that information is what drives the crypto market, and quality information at that. So without wasting much time, I will quickly want to share my screen here so we can run over a few sites that I have been using that I found very valuable that you can as well use. So permit me to share my screen, everyone. All right. So all right, so I have a lot of them here. So Juliet, Crypto Queen will be dishing out the links of all of these sites to the group, to the community hub, so you can take your time to go and run through them. Now, so let's know, as a fundamental analyst, we always want to have in mind that you want to, at every point in time, seek for where you can get information. So you want to know what's going on. You want to know what's going on about a particular project, a coin, and we know that what drives this asset is the quality use case that they tend to, to bring to the table. As such, determines if the coin is actually going to gain momentum or it's going to go down. Just like Juliet mentioned, we have top gainers and we have, losers as well. So these gainers, there are always information that pushes this coin to that height. Maybe a particular coin, say Ethereum, have a project like there's a project they want to introduce to the market, like already they're in the market, they're trending. So maybe there's a new project that's coming up. So once that announcement comes on, we see that people will FOMO. A lot of people will FOMO, people want to buy that company because they know they're going to make gains and stuff. So before you know it, you now begin to see some pump, just some pumps from nowhere. That pump just begin to happen. So you're like, what's going on? So you quickly want to do what? You want to do your research. You want to know what just happened. So that process of doing all of that is fundamental analysis. There's no big deal. As if actually you just know how to solve your way around the internet about a particular coin, and you know how to position yourself even before an information comes on a particular asset, you will always have an edge. You will always have an edge, So that is the essence of fundamental analysis. So some few sites here, like this AMB crypto, like I think they released a news some few minutes ago, like maybe 30 or 45 minutes ago, about Doge. Now the information that comes on your screen would determine if Doge is going to go down the drain, like as a future trader and a crypto trader. You want to know if that information is going to push Doge, to maybe another percentage of where it was currently, or it's going to push it down. Okay, that's just what you're interested in. You want to know what effect of that information would have on that coin. Okay, so that is the essence of surveying around the internet, trying to get information about a lot of coins. So like I told you, I will not be, I'm just trying to show you how to do these things. A lot of sites that you're going to be using. I'm not going to be explaining, I'm not going to be talking too much, so that we'll have time. There's a lot we're going to cover, we'll be covering tonight. So I'm just giving you a glimpse of what this site looks like, so that at your own time you can, position yourself and do thorough research. Look at this. This information was actually released 2 hours ago on this site. Baby Dogecoin makes a surprising 116% leap. That's crazy. The infant is now a giant. So imagine before this information, you were able to, you find yourself here and you got in just like maybe 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 minutes when this news was released. Of course, you would want to quickly go and check the coin, see how to position yourself and see how to make money out of that coin. Okay, because that's the essence of being in the crypto industry. You want to always know how to position yourself. You can always make money. You can always make money. Either you're buying and storing those coins for a longer time or for a short time, or perhaps you're trading these coins on future. So these are what fundamentals does. So there are several sites here. Like I said, I'm going to list them out because I don't want to waste any of our time tonight. I also want you guys to also have in mind that another quality place where you can have quality information is on Twitter. Okay, what I do is some of the coins that I feel like are my favorite. What I do is I ensure that I go on Twitter and then I follow them on their official page. That's the first thing I do. Okay, I go there and then I set a reminder, more like a notifications, that each time a tweet drops from those, from those coin official sites, page, and on Twitter, I want to get this information firsthand. Okay, I want to know what's going on. Then there's a lot of other guys who are actually very good in this space, who tend to have useful information that can actually, give you an edge too. One of the people I follow is these material indicators. Okay, I would list them on like it's going to be on the list. CryptoQueen will drop them after the class. Okay, I'll take my time to compile those list of these of links, so she can drop them in the community hub, so you guys can take your time one after the other and go through them and probably just select your favorite, the ones that appeals to you. And then now these guys are very, very good. Now they have a community you can actually go, and first of all, you want to follow them on Twitter, and 2, you also want to join their Telegram group. That is where the real deal happens. Okay, you want to join their Telegram group. These guys are very, very good. And now bear in mind that BTC, okay, BTC is virtually what drives the market. And since anytime you have quality information about what BTC next move would determine what other altcoins too would be. You cannot cover the whole of the altcoins that we have, but you can select your favorite. Okay, you would know the ones you can actually, from your information, from your research, you would know the ones that follows BTC. I think currently, I don't think any coin, any altcoins has actually decoupled from BTC as it is, because BTC has always has one or two ways to influence the market. You get, so your focus should be what? More on Bitcoin. You want to know what Bitcoin is up to. If you know what Bitcoin is up to, you'll be able to predict other moves of the other altcoins. And you do this properly when we've gone into technical analysis properly. You understand what I mean. But for now, we're treating fundamentals. And I want you to know that these fundamentals that we're treating now, please, in fact, plays a very, very vital role. I don't know how to, emphasize this. I don't know how to buttress it, but it plays a very, very vital role on this space. Okay, so please pay attention to fundamentals a lot. And doing fundamentals is not just sitting. No, you have to be ready for an extensive research. If you want to be good in this space, you want to be ready for an extensive research. Okay, so like I told you, that these guys are very, very good, and you want to join their Telegram group, okay, and to see what's going on there. They have a lot of information here, a lot of information. As time goes by, when you're ready, you're now in the technical stage, some of these charts will now begin to make a lot of sense to you. Okay, these guys are when I say these guys are very, very good, I'm telling you, you don't worry. By the time you've gone to you're not involved, like you've gone to do your research, you're in there, you see the activities of what has been going on in the Telegram group and what's still going on there, then you will understand. And some couple of guys too that I have on my page that I would like you guys to follow. Like I said, I don't want to bore you guys with a whole lot of information. I'm going to list them, because if I want to begin to look for it, because I'm doing this on my phone, if I'd done this on my laptop, I will have opened several tabs, so for easy navigations. But don't worry, all of those links will drop, and then you can have access to them. So that is just the thing. Fundamental does not really have a lot of information to be. No, it's your readiness and your willingness to be able to do your research. And apart from the things you've done here, the things we are doing here is just to put you in limelight. You want to go, just use this information that you have an idea of how fundamentals is done, and then and then push, and then you start to make your own research. Okay, now doing your own research will now begin to make a lot of sense to you. Like last week, we treated where you can have information on all of the coins. In fact, where we have all of the coins listed. We talked about CoinMarketCap. Okay, that's where you have all of the coins. So any information you want to go about a particular coin, you can just go to that site, search for your coin, and then click on it. You have all of the information you need. You get CoinMarket, and I think we also have CoinGecko. After CoinMarketCap, then we have CoinGecko and some other sites too that I showed you guys on where to get quality information from. So that is just all about fundamental analysis. We don't have too many informations or too many lectures on fundamental analysis. It's just for you to know the right place where you want to be pointing your finger at. Okay. Now I want you to desist from these YouTube guys, these influencers. Okay. As a fundamentalist, you don't want to follow them, because these guys, what they do is, majority of the influencers on YouTube, in fact, majority of them, to be very honest, and the very day I got to know that, I desist from following any of them on YouTube. What they do is they know about upcoming projects, okay? And some of all these projects are scams. They know about all of these projects on time. So they will buy. Once they've bought, then you now see them going all out. You see them going all out to promote this coin. They will do all sort of things to entice you. Like you'll be like, Omo, this coin is going to go 100x in the next 30 days. This coin is going to do this in the next 60 days. You, with your hard-earned money, will go and buy these coins and then accumulate them, and you're open. Okay, you're open. And before you know it, they will dump those coins on you. Dumping means they will sell their own coins, with your own money. So you will not be the one holding in negative. You see, these are what this guy is done, what they do. So YouTube should be out, but Twitter, yes, home of quality information. That's where you can get quality information. And I want you to know something about fundamentals. When you're doing research about your coins, okay, you want to know, first of all, the team behind that coin. Okay. Two, you want to know the use case of that coin. Now, when we're talking about coin, the last time we talked about Bitcoin as the father of all coins, and we talk about altcoins they also have similar functionality as Bitcoin, and they are called altcoin because they are the alternative coins that comes after Bitcoin. Then we have the tokens, and I gave an instance, I gave an example that tokens are just like when you're buying a public shares. Think of when a company out there like Apple, maybe Apple have a very, very fantastic project or a product they want to bring into market and they need funds. Okay. Now the only way they can have enormous fund access to huge funds is when they invite the public to come and invest. So that investment is now shares. And now what it means that when the public comes to invest, public will buy that share. So that money they are using to buy that shares is what Apple will now use to facilitate that project. Okay. Now that shares you're buying, okay, is now like an investment for you. And after some time, maybe for a period of maybe a 1 year period, your shares would have gone up. So according to how much of shares that you are able to buy, let's say you're able to buy $1,000 or $2,000, okay, that is how the interest comes, you have access to a very, very good number of interest. So those tokens are more like when you're buying a shares of those developers, like for instance, let's say coin like CVC. So it's not a coin token like CVC. So CVC is just more like a share to the public. So you buying and holding that CVC, okay, you be like, okay, these guys have a very good project and they're going to really go far with this project because the project is really going to appeal to the community. Okay, it's what is going to bring solutions to a particular problem in the world, okay, at large. So you are now buying that CVC and you have the privilege to buy that CVC, you get, at a very, 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 small amount. And then you held on it. You hold that coin, and maybe after 6 months, 8 months, or even a year, you now see that the coin has appreciated. Okay, the coin has really gone up. And the reason why you held on to that coin is because you took your time to do your research and you saw the solution those team behind that coin is bringing to the table. Okay, and because they were able to deliver, the value of that coin went so high. And the process of you doing your research is fundamental. You were able to position yourself because you did a very good research. So these are the things fundamental analysis do for you. Okay, and again, maybe like for instance, Bitcoin is at a particular amount now. Okay, and then there've been some reactions over some time, and you've been doing your research. You want to know if Bitcoin, if the news that is going to come is going to affect Bitcoin or is going to push it up. Okay, so the essence of you going on doing research about, for instance, sometimes we have what we call the FOMC. Okay, we have the interest rate. Those are the economic factors that affect the global market at large. Okay, and now this news tend to affect the financial space. So when you pay attention to these details, it will help you to position yourself to know if Bitcoin is going down or not. And if you are able to probably just do your research and you discover that the figure that will be released will be negative, it simply just tell that Bitcoin will go down, and that will put you in a better place of shorting Bitcoin or shorting other altcoins that will give you maximum gain. So these are the things that fundamentals bring to our table. It is not easy, but then you have to really, really be ready, to position yourself so you can maximize every opportunity, that you can get out there. So this is just what's the information I'll be releasing on fundamentals, why I would list all of the sites that I use, that I find useful. You can do your own research in the long run, as you journey on this crypto financial space. Okay, but with the ones that I use, I'll drop them. Then you can go through them, and with that, you can also as well, gather your own research and then deliberate on them and see how they become useful to you over time. So this is where we are actually going to draw the curtain for fundamentals. So here, Juliet would take over and she would, show us around how you can now, maybe you've done your research on a particular coin and how you can go on. This is going to be for the newbies, how you can go on Binance, because for now, Binance is the popular and the most trusted exchange in the world, and that's where a lot of the activities happen. That's where people tend to really do a lot of things. You're going to see how to buy these coins and a lot of other things that she's going to show you guys around, and then we'll take your question. Thank you very much, guys, for this wonderful opportunity you've given me to come here to lecture you, and we'll be doing the same as the academic proceeds further. Thank you. Over to you, Queen.
Okay, thank you very, very much for that wonderful section. I really appreciate. Thank you. So we'll be taking question at the end of this section. So I'm going to share my screen. So it seems that from what I've seen, Binance did a little updates in Binance. If you are used to Binance, some other areas that I frequently visit, I discovered that Binance did a little update. That's fine. So so this is Binance interface. So first thing you want to do is when you log on to Binance. So lights, you might not, if your Binance is not showing this way, it means that is not in Pro. So you need to change it. It's in Binance Lite. So if your Binance is in Binance Lite, you won't get the interface like this. Sometimes you get people to ask, how do I change mine to be like this? Let me turn off this so that we can see. So this is more like Binance for newbies. This is where it is for newbies. So, but you can't really understand much here. So first thing you want to do is just to change it so that it can give you a proper interface. So here we have in Binance, I'm not going to go into details for these features. Maybe we can pick them one by one. We have N, where you see N, you can actually save money in Binance. So if you have your tokens that you are holding in spots, you can decide to save it here, stake it here. If you have a long-term token, look at the reward ratio here. So if you have a token that you are holding in Binance, this is the place where you can save it and earn a certain percentage instead of leaving it in spots just like that. You can actually stake it here. They have different types of staking. So we will get to that. That's like Newton said, Binance is very large. So just want to show you, you can also by yourself go through this modules to understand what it stands for. So we have deposit. This would do it's sort of a competition. You can always check it is a game. It allows you to get win. So this offer has expired. You can always come to check once in a while to know whether CZ have something for you. But so this is why you get your referral link. Then where you have more, there are many things here. There are many menu here. So more of savings, like I said, swap farming, DeFi, staking. So you can take time to go through all of this and know what they stand for. Now, first thing you want to do when you come to Binance is to know the categories where each of these tokens, the families where they belong. So you want to know this token is part of this family. You want to know this token is part of it. So and when you click on markets, then initially you will see zone. Where's my marker? So initially you are going to see zone, but now it's data. Here, this is data, but initially it's usually zone. So here you have, okay, look at zone. Under data, you have zone. So this zone are the categories of the coins, the families of coin we have: infrastructure, POS, launchpad, POW, innovation. So these are the type of coins that we have. So all the whole coins that are listed in Binance, they are all categorized here. Then this is hot, the most demanded coin in Binance. There's BNB, BTC, Ethereum. So when you come to this zone, it's also part of fundamentals. You could just click on each of the families to know where. So when you click on infrastructure, so most times some of these coins that have different families, they move together. So all of these coins are under infrastructure. So you can decide to make a research about them and know what they stand for. Go to CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko to get information about them. Then you click on POS. So all of these coins are under POS, families of POS. So then all of these coins on the launchpad, the same thing. So you just want to find out categories of the families that this coin belong to. So many other things too. So here you have favorite. So where these are my favorite coins. So when you search a coin, let's say I have Jasmine, I want to make Jasmine my favorite coin. So what you're going to do is to star it. You come here and tap on this to highlight it. So once you start it, it's going to be listed among your favorites. So whenever you want to trade a coin, you can check through your favorites and see what they are doing. So you can actually list all the coins, because as a trader, it's not good for you to be trading too many coins. Like I said in our previous class, they identify the type of trader you want to, and you are also going to identify coins that you may want to be trading. You may not want to be trading volatile coin as a newbie. You may not want to be trading shit coins, pump and dump coin. You may want to focus more on top coins in CoinMarketCap, those coins that has two test of time, that no matter what happens, they are not going to dump and pump and dump them. Market makers, those who decide what happens in the market, are not going to manipulate around top coins. So usually they hardly manipulate around top coins like BTC, Ethereum, ETC, LTC, BNB, all those coins that have stood the test of time. You may want to focus on them because market makers may not really have the power to manipulate them because they are strong projects. So if you want to trade spot, you look out for spot. Sometimes you see some coins listed in spot, they are not listed in futures. So sometimes it takes time for a coin to be listed in futures after listing it in spot. So it's not all the coins that are in spot that are listed in futures, no. So most of the coins that we have trading in spots are not listed in futures, some of them. So also as a newbie, you may not want to move straight to futures. You may want to practice spot trading. So in spot trading, you are only limited to buying low and selling high. So the advantage futures traders have over spot traders is that they can always trade the market either ways. Either the market is up. If market is up, when market has gained a resistance, futures traders can short it from there, can just start by selling it from there down and make profits. And when market is down, they can start buying it from there. But spot traders, they only limited to buying and selling, buy low and sell high. So as a newbie, you might want to limit yourself to trading spots for a little time before you can jump. So these are fields where you can get some updates from Binance. They are also where you can get some information relating to coins. Launchpad, sometimes Binance may want to list a token. You could also get it in Launchpad. If you commit your BNB, you might get information too. And also, if you sometimes when you go to Launchpad, we could also look at it later. So Binance sometimes when there is a launch pad, a token that will be listed. So you have the privilege to, when you buy enough BNB and stake it, you can get some allocation in Launchpad. So then that's all we have here. So now for you to buy a coin, we must have a bid and ask. So when you go to spot, so you can either, I mean, if for me, it is more safer to trade with BUSD, but most times the disadvantage you have is that it's not all coins that are listed in futures that has BUSD pairs. So, but otherwise, you can't trade in BUSD. The essence of trading in BUSD is that you have a reduced gas fee because BUSD is a Binance stable coin. So when you trade with BUSD, you get a reduced gas fee than when you trade with USDT. So once you tap, you want to buy, for example, you search for the coin you want to buy. So here, so this is what we call charting interface. So when you come here, this is where the technical analysis are done. So I'm going to explain a few things about this interface to us. So this is where you see the price of a coin that is trading. This is the price. This is where you see how many percent it has done. This is where you see the value in USDT. And 24 hours, all-time high. This is so here, when you want to trade a coin, so here, this is the all-time low, the volume of USDT that was the lowest that was committed in this market, all-time low. Then here is all-time high. So let me just tell us something that we need to know here. This all-time high, sometimes this is when we see pure manipulation. You will see this all-time high and volume. Whenever you see this volume, a market is dropping. If this coin is dropping and this volume is increasing, it means that the coin is going to recover very fast. So whenever you see the coin pumping and the volume is decreasing, that is manipulation. So it's not going to take time and it drop. So it's always a hope. Some coins, you will see it clearly, the volume will be dropping and the volume will be increasing. So this is the highest. So basically, as a trader, first thing you're going to focus attention on is when you open the coin you want to buy, first thing I want to check is what is the all-time low of that coin. So if I'm going to set my buy, so my attention is going to be on all-time low. So if I check all-time low, for example, let me open BTC. So I'm also going to show us where we can set alert. Basically, sometimes I set alerts for coins to notify me when the price gets to a certain. So when we open BTC, for example, BTC all-time low for the past 24 hours. These 24 hours we are talking about timing. I think the time starts counting from 12:59. So all-time low is 22.74. So the chances between this time into now, this is the lowest it has done. So for me, if I'm going to set my buy as a swing trader, so I'm going to be targeting this all-time low or a little above it. Either I set all-time low or below all-time low. So the all-time high it has done is 23.44 plus. So if I'm going to set my profit, I'm also going to be looking at maybe between this all-time high. So it is important that we understand what this stands for. So here we have time zone, So this is what you use to analyze your chart. So you might, like as a trader, you might want to know the time frame that you want to focus on in your analysis. So basically, we advise you to trade more as a day, like each trader I explained in our class where we'll have different types of traders. So the time frame you use to analyze your chart determines the type of trader you are. A day trader cannot use the same time frame to analyze a chart with a swing trader. A swing trader cannot use the same time frame to analyze a chart with a scalper. No, everybody have different time that they focus on. A scalper doesn't need 1 day view. A scalper doesn't need 4 hours view. A scalper may not even need 1 hour. A scalper may need 15 minutes, 5 minutes, 30 minutes. So this is where you can check it. So this is the time frame here. So whichever one you familiarize yourself with, you depend on it. So if you're a day trader, it is advised that you trade with 4 hours, 30 minutes, and maybe you look at 4 hours, 15 minutes, and maybe 30 minutes. Since you are a day trader, you might also focus a little more attention on 1 day view, but you really don't need 1 day view as a day trader. So you should do your research between hours lower than 1 day view as a day trader. So swing traders can do more like 4 hours, 1 day, and above that 3 days. So this is where we'll get the time that we'll research or that we'll focus with. So here is a chart. So here in the chart we have candles. So like we are in 15 minutes. This I'm explaining this so that when we will start proper technical analysis, we will not be asking too many questions. So this is 15 minutes. 15 minutes represents, if you are on 15 minutes view, what it means is that each of these candle is 15 minutes. So each of these candles is measured by 15 minutes. What it means is that once is so we are also going to show you how to count the time frame. So the time frame normally begins by 12, let's say 1. That's normally when daily time frame closes and opens. So daily time frame closes by 12:59 and opens by 12:59 Nigerian time and opens by the same time. So from there, you're going to be counting 15 minutes. When you're looking at 15 minutes, 1:15, 1:30, be adding 15 minutes, 1:45, 2, 2:15, 2:30, 2:45, 3. That's how you count 15 minutes candle. So what it means is that each of these candle closes when this candle, this particular one that is forming now, this is 8:53. Once this 9 o'clock, you will see another candle form. So these are the things that you use to analyze the chart. When we get there, you also understand. So when this candle now it's been ranging here, it's not doing a very clear movement, so it's just here. So the moment 15 minutes candle closes now, it will form another candle. That's what this time. So 1 hour, the same thing. So 1 hour now, the moment this is 9 o'clock, you will see that this candle now will form another candle. Will also tell us how we can how this candle can help us make a decision when we enter technical analysis. Same thing with 4 hours. When you change it to 4 hours, each of these candle forms at the close of for 4 hours. Like I said, if 1 day candle opens, you're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 a.m. another candle will form. From 5 a.m. you count 6, 7, 8, 9 a.m. another candle will come. So you're going to be adding 4 hours on top of it. So you have to master this time, and it's going to help you to make a decision, because for you to enter a trade as a conservative trader, you're going to focus attention on candle closing and opening. So you may not want to enter a chart when a candle is ranging in between a particular time frame that you are analyzing your chart. For example, like I said, this 15 minutes candle, look at what it has been doing here. It's not even clear. It's just there. So you may not want to enter this chart until the next 15 minutes candle open for you to get a clearer direction. So these things that we are seeing here, these ones from here to here, they are indicator momentum. So they are used to measure, determine the price movement of every coin. So this indicator momentum helps you to determine whether a coin is going to, they have what they represent, whether a coin is going to go up or going to go down. Price action, as you may see, as we may call it. So they also have what they represent. For this one is histogram. This one is histogram. This one is called histogram. Oh, this one is these three in these three options are together. You can't talk about, they are called MACD and its indicators. Okay, MACD and its components. So these are components of MACD. So this one is histogram, this one is signal line, and the MACD line. So the yellow one is, we're going to also talk about it properly, how they can help you identify a coin that is going to move or going to drop. So the yellow one is what we call MACD line. The pink one is what we call signal line. So you hear what they stand for, signal line. This one is MACD line. They all have what they stand for. So these ones on top of the chart are what we call moving average. Moving average. So the moving average on top also have what it stands for, while the one down has what they all have what they stand for. So this one here is RSI. Is an RSI here. So some of this thing you turn it on here. So when you turn it off, so here are the different types of indicator momentum that we have. So this is where you get them. So these are different type of indicator momentum. They are used to measure the movements of a coin, whether it's going to go up or down. So we are also going to pick them one by one and explain them to you, and also teach you how you can use them to make a decision. So like this RSI, you might decide that you want to trade only RSI. This is where you can get RSI here. This is RSI. This is it. So here is RSI, is measured in percentage between 70 to 30. Sometimes you get it below 30, sometimes you get it above 70. So we are also going to explain how you can trade RSI. If you want to be an RSI trader alone, it's going to turn you to a swing trader. You might not always be in the market, but you might be you might not be making more losses, or you might not be making losses if you are going to turn to RSI trader. So it is possible that someone is trading RSI only and the person will make success. Now, I don't know if I'm making sense. I've been talking to myself since, so please, I don't know if I'm following. If I'm actually following, can I get in the chat box that I'm following, that making sense? If you guys are following me, please let me get in the chat box. So I need to know that I am talking to some people, not myself. So the person that have a question, I'm going to allow you ask a question. One thing I forgot to say is also, okay, let me take us to futures interface. This is futures. When you go to futures, you want to trade futures, you just go to futures. So alternatively, when you go to futures, okay, now I didn't talk about buy and sell. So when you select a coin you want to buy, you click on buy. So when you click on buy, limit order helps you to enter the price that you want to. If you have a particular price that they will give you in the call, entering price. So when you see entering price, this is where you enter your entering price here. If you want to buy at market price, when you see buy at current price, you change it to current price, then select the percentage where you have this percentage. It's going to this percentage represent the amount of fund you have. So you want to buy with 25% of your wallet, 50%. So if you are using limit order, so maybe you will see, you can enter, if it's $20 you want to use to buy, enter it, or say you do percentage. So you enter your the particular price you want to buy. So here what we have, order book. So the buyers and the sellers. So be it people in green, people that are buying, the ask are people that are selling. So we have the bid and the ask. So without the bid and the ask, there won't be complete transaction here. So when you enter, you click on buy. If I enter, I'm not sure I have fund here. So if you use order book, if you use the limit order to buy, it will be in open order. Once it gets to that price, it will pick. Then if you use market price, it's going to buy immediately. You might see buy at current market price. So this is where you're going to change it to market price. So in futures here, so in futures, either you navigate from the market or you come here. This is another place where you can search all the coins that are listed in futures. This particular place. So when you tap here, you can buy as much, you can select the coins that you want to buy from here. So these are coins that are here, the only coin that are listed in futures. So here in futures, we have, first thing you want to do as a futures trader is to switch your trading mode to two-way mode. So to hedge mode. So if you have not traded futures before, your own Binance interface won't be like this. If you want to be hedging, longing and shorting at the same time, so you're going to go to this place. When you go to this option here, go to preference, then you change it to hedge mode. You're going to see it as a one-way mode, as a default setting. So what you're going to do is to change it to hedge mode to be able to trade both short and long at the same time. So if yours is not showing like this, you might need to change it because you have a great advantage hedging than trading one-way mode. So now, this is how we also spot top gainers. So when you come to your home page, this is how I picked Jasmine this evening and short it. So when you come to your home page, you can decide not to be trading all the time. So this is where you have top gainers, top losers. You can start longing from top losers or shorting from top gainers. But the truth is, whatever that you see here as top gainers, if you are a swing trader, within the space of 3 days, maximum of, let me just say, within the space of 3 days, everything you see here, stop gainers will go down, and other ones will have to, except there's a strong fundamental pushing that coin. It's very difficult that you see a coin that's traded in top gainer for 1 week. Very, very rare. So if you want to short a coin from top gainers, even though the coin is going to move, if you are going to be much patient, you will still be in profit within space of this. So this is where I saw, when I saw Jasmine, I think it was, I think either second or third, but now it has stepped down to 4. This is how it will be dropping. It will be dropping until it keep dropping and keep dropping. So if you want to short, even without knowing any technical analysis, you can just come in top gainers. For example, look at MD. MDT, if it's in futures, you look at it, it has already done 62%, and so actually it has done a good retracement. So when you look at 4 hours chart, 4 hours charts here, it has, okay, you see another candle opened around 9 o'clock, which is when the next 4 hours candle open. So can you see it has formed another bearish candle? So this token might also be good to short here. So it has formed another bearish candle. So this candle opened, the moment is 9 o'clock. So that is how also you can, so this candle, this particular coin has really done well. So this 62% you are seeing here, within the space of 24 hours, it might just drop, except that there is a strong fundamental pushing it, then it will have to do a little retracement and start moving up again. So, but from the look of things, my bias is about this coin is that it's going to drop. So this candle has already formed a bearish candle, 4 hours candle. So, well, let's see what happens. Before this one will still close, before this one will close and open, I mean, it must have done a little much retracement. If you look at 1 hour here, so in 1 hour here, we can see that it has also, it's gained a support here, but we are looking at a higher time frame. Let's see what happens with this 1 hour candle. I think I have a feeling that is to still break it, because here the MACD and its component is already giving us a bearish sign. So you might start monitoring this coin and short it, but I may not want to short it until it breaks this zone. For me, I may not want to short it until it breaks this zone to be on the safe side. So this is how you can get short top gainers and long top losers. So here, when you come in top losers, you see all this coin you are seeing in top losers, within the space of 2 days, they may not be here again, meaning they have started recovering. So you see Max is among top losers, 4 top losers. So look at Max has really done a great retracement. You might want to start longing Max from here. You also not longing it from at this moment. Let me see how many RSI in 1 day view. Okay, it's still 63. So Max is still 60. So it still have a tendency to go further down in 1 day view. It also might retrace slower than this. So these are how you can identify top gainers and top losers. So I think I may want to stop here and take some questions from us. Like I said, Binance, there's a lot. In fact, Binance interface has so many things to look at. It's just as we go by our daily training, we could be picking them one by one, the ones who remember and the ones we get our hands into. So I would like to stop here and pick some questions. So ball corner. Sylvester, please, can you ask your question?
Yes. Hello.
Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
First of all, I must thank you for this noble lecture you keep presenting to everyone, both new and old, from time to time. I will say you have done well, and may God Almighty keep blessing you and keep giving you strength to do that. My little question is that, not that it's really a question, but just that when you were trying to emphasize just through some point on the volume aspect, my network was absolutely bad. So I didn't get what I was just saying was volume, volume, volume. Whether when a query is going or whether the volume is not increasing, but my network was bad. My screen was not even capturing your screen. So I'm very sorry for taking you back, please.
So I'm going to take this question. So anyone else asking what has been treated might need to visit the Zoom. That's why you have a recorded part of it. So let's see, load. This is where I was. So when a coin is pumping, let me look for a coin that is moving. That is so some coin. There are two places you can find the volume too. So you can also monitor this place, this RSI. When it's reduced, this RSI, you can actually monitor. Let me turn the volume on here. So this is the volume too. So maybe you can get a clearer view. Look at where I cycled. So you can also monitor this place. As it's dropping, it's going down. So you might not, there are some of these that the volume will be very, like it will have more digits. So you could see it clearly that the volume is dropping and increasing. There are some coins that the digits in volume will be visible, like it will have more digits. So when the digits there, like you see 2.6 billion, so when you see that the volume is increasing, it means that we'll have more buyers. So when you see that the volume is decreasing, it means that we'll have more sellers, meaning the coin is bound to retrace. So you can also monitor it from here. So this place I cycled, as is increasing, it means that more buyers are entering the market. As it's reducing, it means that more people are taking profits. So you might need to make a decision around it. So this is the volume of a coin. Determines the movement of a volume of a coin, determines what is happening around that coin. So either is increasing. When it's increasing, that we have more buying force in the market. When it's decreasing, we have more selling force in the market. I don't know if I've been able to answer your question.
Yeah, you are. Thank you so much for that.
So do we have more questions? Someone raises. So do we have more questions? So, and like I said, so in the absence of no question, I will assume that we all understood clearly what the lecture for this night. So I'm going to encourage us, by next week, we are going to start our technical class. So first of all, we're going to break down the type of technical analysis we have. It's very vast. So from there, we're going to pick it one by one, candle pattern. We're going to look at indicator momentum. We're going to look at so many things we're going to look at. So try and avail yourself the opportunity to be there. Trust me, you wouldn't want to miss it. That's from technical analysis knowledge. So we're going to also learn how to use trading view. So that's where we're going to learn how to trade it, because basically it is more chart and more clearly in trading view. So we're going to also learn how to use trading view from learning technical analysis. So at this juncture, I want to thank everyone that made it a success to this tutorial this evening. So like I said, I want to encourage you to keep being part of this class. If there are things you want us to, if there are areas you want us to also improve on, if there are areas you personally want us to focus or teach on, then let us know. So we would walk us through. We might not be handling futures because I have made a very extensive video on futures. In fact, if you go to my YouTube, that video has the highest viewers. I think almost 1,000 viewers. Let you know the value of that video. So you might need to go and watch that video. Then what we will do is we will come back and take questions on futures around that video. So once again, thank you, my leader, Newton, for this for the wonderful presentation, and thank you everyone for being part of this class. I just want to encourage us to continue continue participating, and trust me, by the end of this section of this class, you will be able to help yourself and pick trade. Our forest class also continues this week. We will notify us. We couldn't hold last week, so this week will also notify us when it will hold. Thank you everyone once again. Bye.